and welcome back to my channel. Today this is all about my go-to look. So when I'm just about to get up, got somewhere to go real quick, doesn't really matter what my look is, this is my go-to beat. I know my bangs are not doing my eyes any justice, but once you get in tune and get into the video, you will see how everything turns out. Y'all, I still need to finesse these bangs too while I'm at it, but that's neither here nor there. Stay tuned. So I of course went ahead and did my brows off camera. I've showed y'all that routine. Nothing much has changed. What I did go in with was the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade. This is the color Ebony. And I used my Sephora angled brush to apply that. So moving forward, as far as prep for prepping my skin, as far as face wash, I've been using the Fenty Skin line, and that consists of the cleanser, the toner serum, and of course her SPF moisturizer. And I really like it. So, you know, I did all of that. But before I put my foundation on, I am going to go in with the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. And I just really love the way that this feels. And I mostly work it in my T-zone area. And make sure that that's good and tacky. This really makes the feel of my foundation so different. Like, I see that the application is smoother, you know, it's not missing nothing basically. Like, we talking full coverage, you're gonna get full coverage. Okay. Next I will be going in with my foundation, which is the Nars Soft Matte Complete Foundation. It is in the color Marquises. This is my go-to. Like, I wear this foundation to work if I choose to, you know, put some on for the day. And I don't know if I'm like tanned, but because I mean I do have the lines. But I ain't been in the sun like that. I don't like that. And I just go in. Usually I'll take that bottle and just like go to town with it, squirting it on my face. Pause. But today, I'm being liberal, if you will. What the hell? Nah. Let me just do what I know, y'all. And it's really not a lie. I don't know if it looks like that on camera, but I spread this a long way. I couldn't be that tan because my foundation still look how it's supposed to for me. You know, I promised myself this summer that it was gonna be almost like a makeup free summer for me, y'all. I don't know. You know, I just been feeling the bare face and lashes, of course. But I don't know if it continues to be as hot as it was last week here in Cleveland, you know, the 90s, which I'm not complaining about. You know, I enjoy the hot weather. As long as I have the opportunity to cool off, you know, whether it's a pool or being up in some AC, it can be hot all day long. I'm not bothered by that, you know. Because I do complain in the wintertime, oh, it's so cold, you know, and I hate jackets. I hate being confined into a winter jacket. So, you know, that's my only gripe with the wintertime. So when it get hot, I'll be ready for it. But last week was definitely one of them days where it was just like, it was too hot for makeup. People were saying it was too hot to do anything, talk, eat, you know, shit like that. Girl, it was definitely too hot for makeup last week, for me anyway. I was not on it. And this foundation is just so light, and you can build it. But for me, it really don't take much for me to feel like I got my full coverage. Don't forget to bring that foundation down, y'all. Okay. And I am using my Anastasia Beverly Hills 830 foundation brush. I love this brush. It's petite. And not just some big brush going all over your face, you know. I like that. Next, because my go-to can consist of eyeshadow, it's going to be a neutral eyeshadow. So when I'm just, you know, wanting to throw some makeup on and it's not necessarily a look I'm trying to give, you know, my eyeshadow preference, if I do choose one, will be very subtle. So I am going to go in with the chocolate palette by Jovial Place. And I just like to use the warm brown that's in here. It just gives my, you know, warm up my lids a little bit. Nothing fancy. And like, this is just gonna not even make my eyes pop. It's just a warm face, really, when I do a go-to look, you know. You know I got makeup on, but it's nothing bold, if you will. Now, the colors that I use may vary. I take that back about, you know, subtle. Some days I could do, you know, pink shadow, purple shadow, or, you know, this warm browns. I really don't go further than that if I'm just doing something quick and simple. And I'm just using this color in the palette. It's just warming up my I keep wanting to say my brows, y'all. I'm so sorry. I don't know why. My eyelid. I know that I've been going back and forth with myself as far as trying new products. So if you all are aware of any, you know, new products out there, I would love to try them. I know the one brand I want to try is that Charlotte Tilbury. I see a lot of reviews on her line, and I really want to try it, y'all. That would be okay with me. So I'm done with my eyes. You know, I warmed them up. I will go in and do a cat eye because y'all know I love my cat eye with my liner. But I always like to do my liner after I've done my concealer. I don't know, it's just a thing for me. Same with my brows. I have to do my brows before makeup and eyeliner after makeup. I really give you all, you know, kudos for those who can do their brows after putting on a full face. I just can't. My anxiety goes through the roof because I don't know how y'all do it. Anywho, as far as concealer today, I do like to go in with two. First and foremost being my Born This Way concealer in Warm Sand. That just sets the tone. But I love a bright eye, so I will go in afterwards with my Huda Beauty Overachiever concealer, and this is in the color Caramel Corn, and that's just going to really brighten it. And I will show you all when I get to that part what I've added in addition to concealing under my eyes. It's new for me, but I saw it on Instagram and been loving it ever since. So I'm gonna go in, excuse me. I cannot talk today. Like, I don't know what's going on. But I'm going in with my Born This Way concealer in Warm Sand. And we just gonna hit it like this. And this is not a lot that I use. And I will be going in with my damp beauty blender. Okay, has to be damp. And we gonna melt that away. Granted, I could, you know, leave it at just this with the, as far as the concealer, but I just want to be bright, you know. Excuse me. You know, I just want to be bright, that's all. And if I sound different, I do apologize. My microphone battery died, so I have to find on Amazon a whole new battery. It's like one of those chip batteries that goes in it. So, you know, and that's why I always do my test runs before I officially start recording. I gotta make sure sound is right, I'm in focus. And girl, when I replayed and I didn't hear no sound, I'm like, I know you lying. So instead of making excuses and not doing this video, I was just like, they can bear with me this one time. I just still wanted to give y'all the content, if that's okay. So, you know, if it don't sound like any of my previous, it's because my mic is not in. This is just the sound of my camera. So it's okay. So next I'm gonna go back in with that Huda Beauty, the Overachiever concealer. Again, that's caramel corn. And I'm just gonna go back in those same areas just because I like it a little brighter. Gotta tickle y'all. Excuse me. No, I do not have the C word, okay? Brighten us up all the way. See? I did not put none above my lip again. And I'm going to show you how I've been brightening that under eye even more. But again, that's towards the end, y'all. I would love to know, you know, what's a lot of you all's go-to products and looks. Like, I don't feel like I change it up often. I do it enough, especially if I come across a new product that I'm liking. I don't mind switching stuff up. And I lied, y'all. I'm going to also go in with my e.l.f. 16-Hour Cameo Concealer. This is the color Deep Caramel. So that's 3 damn concealers. Stop me. But it gives me the look I want. So sometimes it's 3. Sometimes it's the 2. And if I don't care, maybe just 1. But I always like a bright under eye. Okay. This one want to give me, don't want to get the crease out. Okay. That's it. Next, I will be using my Huda Beauty setting powder in the color Blondie. I know that I do want to try that Anastasia setting powder. I've been hearing great things about it. So that is on my list of new products to try. And I'm still going to go back in with that damp beauty blender. Girl, I'm going to just try again tomorrow, y'all. I don't even know. My words just running together. And when I set my concealer, I'm not a baker, you know. I pile my shit on how I need to, and I'm not opposed to baking. You know, I could easily be doing my makeup and getting ready and maybe walking around the house or something, and I just end up baking or something. But when I'm just putting on my makeup because I'm about to go, I don't bake. So this is going to be wiped away here momentarily. I don't find the need to, you know. A good powder, good setting powder is a good setting powder, and it's going to do what it do, you know, regardless of baking or not, is how I feel. For me anyway. Okay. And we just put that over all the areas that I put my concealer, basically. Now what I will do is take this same setting powder, and I'm going to just carve out where I'm going to do my bronzing and contour. And we looking crazy for now, but y'all know we're going to clean it up, get rid of any harsh lines when I wipe it away, okay? It's also important to have a nice pressed powder that you use afterwards, which will really eliminate any harsh lines. So this is my base so far. What I'm going to do next is wipe this away like I said, and I'm taking my Real Techniques setting brush just to wipe away all of that powder. You just drag it in the motions that you want. So we got a line for now, but I'm gonna get rid of that in just a moment. Dust that nose, honey. Now what I forgot to do is when I'm done doing my concealer, I will typically go back with the foundation brush of my choice that I used, and I would ensure that where the foundation and concealer ended and started is blended and you don't see a harsh line. But my concealer blended out pretty awesome this afternoon, so it's okay that I skipped that step today, because you know, if it was something that I noticed, I definitely would have took care of that. Another thing, y'all, I am someone who suffers from dry eyes since I had my LASIK eye surgery back in February of 2016. So that means my eyes will water a lot, especially when I'm doing my makeup. But I'm having a good day where they're not watering. What I also think adds to that, y'all, believe it or not, is these lashes. Like, I don't know what it is, or I'm speaking too damn soon because I feel something wet. No, it's nothing there. Well, either way, I feel like the lashes aid in not making my eyes water when I do my makeup. So, you know, and shout out to my lash tech. So I'm all for it. So we have wiped away all of that setting powder. You know, you can see where we're highlighted. It looks good. But now I do want to warm up my face. Which one I'm using today? Yeah, I'm going to be going in with the Morphe Glam Bronze. And I'm just going to go in that area that I sort of hollowed out in the beginning. And this is just one of my go-to brushes. I don't even know the brand of this brush, really. I won't lie to y'all. And we just gonna warm her up, y'all. Now, typically, when I do want to look snatched, I will bring this, you know, along my, you know, hairline. But I am about to throw on a wig where you won't be able to see my front. Well, probably won't really be able to see my brows either, because it is bangs. But when I'm really, you know, wanting that effect, I will go over my forehead. But we're just gonna keep it simple today because, again, this is a go-to. So when I'm really just throwing on some makeup for the day, I'm really not doing too much, if you will. And I just love how this warms me up. My friend calling me, I'm gonna have to call her back. Everybody want to call you when they know you doing something. Y'all kill me. It took me the longest of time to really figure out how to bronze and contour my face, you know, because at first your girl just was not getting it. I was just like, what am I doing? I did not know, child. But I eventually figured out it was the brushes that I was using. I was just using the wrong brushes. And just really just started to follow my face. Like, okay, it's your face. You know how it looks. You know, follow your face. And I'm also still taking that glamabronzer just to carve out my nose a little bit. Now, what I will admit is that I done seen a lot of MUAs snatch their noses to the gods. Listen, I do what I do, you know, for the most part, but it's really not, you know, rocket science to me. I do bring it up like this towards my eye into that shadow, but baby, that's about as far as it goes for me, you know, and I'm content with that, you know. I don't know what else they be doing, child, but it look good as hell, but I'm not that pressed for it. So I don't know all the fancy ways of snatching your nose, okay? And I'm still just going back with that bronzer. Now, I'm gonna go back to that trick. Not even a trick, but I forget which MUA I was watching on Instagram, but she used the e.l.f. camo powder foundation palettes, and she just, let me see what brush I want to use. This is one of my It brushes from Ulta, and I just take this, and this is mine in the color medium 310C, and I literally just tap it in there, y'all. I tap it in there, dust off the excess, and you just go right back under where you put that concealer and setting powder. And when I say that it just makes your makeup look like a filter afterwards. It looks so good in photos, like, and you really don't need a lot. Like, y'all see that? I'm sorry. When I saw it, I was like, I need to try that. And she also did it with her contour. I'm not sure of my color for my contour with that one, so I have not took the liberty of doing it with the, you know, my contour just yet. But this under eye, baby, it sold me. Like, you see the difference. You have to. You have to. Oh, child. And I just make sure that that's still, you know, nice and bronzy. I will be going back in with my pressed powder, which I use. It's by Sephora. It's their Micro Smooth powder. This is in the color Deep. And I use a variety of different brushes on this one. It's just a dense, smaller brush, and I just like to, you know, pack it on. So anything that's harsh, this will be your final step to get rid of it, okay? And that includes me just going over where I put that original setting powder to carve out my contour. Just go back over it. Also, this is a good thing to use and do if your shade is a little off. Like sometimes women purposely, I'm not going to say women, but MUAs purposely can get away with using a lighter foundation. Not too light, okay? But your finishing pressed powder is what makes or breaks that and brings everything together, if you will. Which I've been guilty of, like when I have a tan and things like that. But everything is seamless now, okay? I'm feeling just my bronze look right now, but any other day I would add blush, so I guess I'll just do that and add some blush for y'all today so y'all know that this is indeed what I do for my look. I'll be using the Jovial Place Blush Rouge. This is volume 1. Is it Rougie or Rouge? I don't know. But I also use that same brush that I use for my bronzer, only because there's nothing else on here. I've really tapped it off. And I want to go in with like that orange color because I'm not really looking to take away from what I have going on, okay? And just a little goes a long way. And that just added to my warm look. So I'm okay with that. Listen, I used to be a blush girl. Do you hear me? Just, and stepping that shit on, okay? Love me some blush. But that's it. And now we just look warm. We look fresh. That's all you need. All you need. Now is the time that I'm going to go ahead and use my setting mist, which is the Morphe continuous spray. And because I do have lash extensions on, I like to cover them up. You know, I'm not into destroying these, but and we just want to set everything, okay? I could bathe in this shit, really. I just like the way it feels. It's a nice subtle smell. And we just setting all of that, okay? And I like to do my setting spray before my liner, just because, ooh, I done had some instances where get my liner on, but it really depends on if it's waterproof. If it's waterproof, you know, go for it. It's not going to be affected. But my typical is my typical go-to liner is my Sephora matte black liner, and that is not waterproof. So you get that wet, it's going to run. And when I say I've ruined looks doing that shit, lesson learned, okay? But today I am not using that liner. I am using the NYX Epic Wear waterproof liner, which I am growing to love. What I will say about this liner is that it has like an oil feel to me. Like when I put on my Sephora liner, I feel the wetness. It feels wet. This has like a oily feel. So, you know, I double make sure that when I go to remove my makeup, and I've used this liner to make sure it's out, because you don't want no oil from no makeup just sitting in your face and your pores, okay? But we're gonna take that. And I always tickle myself with trying to do this with my extensions because they be in the way, child. But once you get over them, it's pretty straightforward. Yes, that requires you to be completely silent, okay? You don't want to fuck up no damn wing liner. Takes every bit of concentration. For me, anyway. I know my camera cut off. I'm so pissed about that. But we've achieved that cat eye, okay? Nonetheless. Now, to really seal the deal, we have to do our lips, okay? I'm gonna be using 2 of my Jovial Place lipsticks. One is in the color Lady, and the other is Cocoa, and I love Cocoa. I use Cocoa a lot, especially as a liner. It's just good like that. It don't have to be neat, because I'm just about to throw some gloss over it anyway. Okay. Y'all, if I could, I would do some little lip injections, but I don't know. I've been seeing bad things about it. Like, I'm not about that botch life. And taking that Lady and just finishing the rest of the lip. Now, any other day I would, you know, keep it matte like this. Maybe I should. No, I'm gonna still put some gloss over them. You're gonna see these lips, baby. And this is a Too Faced lip injection lip plumper. Now, first of all, this shit burn initially. I don't like that feeling of lip plumpers. And here I am using it still. Because it does go away. It's annoying, if anything. But I just like the smell of this one. Smell like something from my childhood. Y'all ever have that? You smell certain things and it reminds you of your childhood, but I can't pinpoint what in my childhood. It's crazy. But hold on. Thank you so much for watching. That is it. I do want to mention that I did go into the corners of my eye and my brows, which you clearly can't see, but I just added some highlighter, which is my Bobbi Brown highlighting powder and afternoon glow, you know, and I did the tip of my nose just to add that to my look, and that's it. You know, this is an easy look. It's, you know, light, and it says summer, especially with my pink and yellows on today. But I hope y'all liked it, and I can't wait to see y'all next time.